Hey y'all, it's Fiennes Girl and welcome back to my channel. I have a kind of different video here for you today. Instead of doing a haul, I am showing you the gentleman's journal that I made for the actor Ray Fiennes, who's my favorite actor. I'm going to see him in a play in Washington, D.C., and I wanted to make him a junk journal. And so I chose this vintage gentleman's style. And actually, I don't have it tied very well because I had to just start the video over and I just kind of put it on there real quick. But first of all, on the spine, I love sewing so that you can see the sewing on the outside. My husband tends to cover his. He likes that better. I like for mine to show because I think it looks real pretty. And I make my dangles so that you can take them off, because if you're writing in one of these, it's kind of a pain to have this flopping all over the place. So anyway, I'm going to take it off now so I can show you what's on here. I got this bottle from Hobby Lobby. I took this bead and I wire wrapped it and put this on. I found these little hearts in various colors. As you can see, that one's red. And these medallions with like the little gemstone is patterned like that and plain kind of on the back. I have another one that's kind of a yellow, well, kind of a brownish, I guess, and another bottle. All of these came from Hobby Lobby, I believe. And then the little lock and key I particularly like, because it says love and has a heart, both of them. I thought that was cool. And this little bottle I love. I thought about opening it and taking one of those out and writing a message on it and sticking it back in, you know, the message in a bottle thing. But I was afraid I'd mess it up, so I didn't bother. But anyway, there's plenty of messages for him. And there's the yellow heart, a green bottle. And to make sure these stayed secure, the corks kept coming out. So what I did was I glued them in. And this little book is another little miniature journal, which I think is so cute. I love the way it's wrapped, and it's kind of similar to what I made. Actually has papers inside if you want to open it, and a little key. So that's adorable. And there's a little blue heart. And another one of the, medallions with a gemstone. And another heart. Another bottle. And acorn. I love these acorns. I think that is pretty. And the key. I love the key. And I love that it's got 3 hearts. 3 is my favorite number, and it's cool that it's hearts. So anyway, I love this dangle. Absolutely love it. So I made that to go inside. I used some, this was sold in the ribbon section, but it's kind of like it's really cloth-like. I really like it. And so I didn't make a fancier thing to go around it. This can just be tied around. Actually, I got a fingernail that's getting snagged on stuff. I need to work on that. So it's pretty long. It can be wrapped around several times. I thought it was perfect for this. And I wanted to, well, I thought about making a leather cover for it, but I was afraid that leather would be hard to fold over, and I didn't think I could find a glue that would hold it. I was afraid it would come loose. And so I just got this material, which I really like. It looks like leather, and I think it's really pretty. So I got that. Actually, I got this at Hobby Lobby. And I put the book corners because, you know, that's always cool looking. And it's very, very alligator mouth. I put way too much stuff in it, so it is just like this. And I will tell you that I tore all the pages so it looks more, you know, vintage. And I inked all the edges. So, here we go. Let's see what's inside. In the cover, I love this paper that I used to cover it with. And I'm so glad. I did such a good job, I think, in getting that straight. I was so paranoid about it not being straight, but I think it's pretty straight. I put this sticker in. It says journal. This page didn't need anything, so I didn't want to do anything to it. I think it's cool. And actually, this also has not only a vintage style, but it's also got like some steampunk type stuff in it as well. And this page has, well, it's got my name and where I live, and it's obviously his name and where he lives, and the date that I made it, and I put, it says value or whatever, and I put priceless. And then on this page, I coffee dyed it and tried to make, I think I used some, I forget what I used to make that. It might have been just tilting the paper. I don't remember, but I thought it was pretty cool. And I will say that I sewed a lot of the pages. I didn't sew all of them. I am not a sewer. But, you know, part of the thing about it being vintage and homemade is that it's not perfect. So when I did sew, it may not be perfect across, you know, across the paper. It may come down or whatever, and, you know, I did my little bit at the corner. But I think it turned out pretty good, and I'm happy with it. And the next page, I left it blank, and I used a cup and put coffee. I stuck the cup in the coffee so that I can make the coffee ring. I thought that was a really cool effect. And the next page, I didn't do anything to this because it's basically just a texture type page, something that you can touch and feel and make noise if you want to. And I like the other side of it. I made this little cluster with a piece of, I think it was scrapbook paper. And this came from Dollar Tree. That cloth came from Dollar Tree. This I ordered from, oh gosh. I think those might have come from Temu. And that as well. And since he's an actor, I thought, you know, Temple Theater would be pretty cool. And obviously it costs more than $2.50 to get into a theater. So I made a little cluster and put that there. And on this page, I didn't put anything here. If he wants to write something here, he can. If he wants to stick something here, he can. But it's basically for just a little bit of writing and also a texture page because I really like this stuff. But inside, it has a tag. Looks like this. And looks like that on the back. I kind of wish I had doubled it, but this thing was so thick and all that I just didn't want to put a backing on it to make it even thicker. I hope that it won't be a problem getting it out or putting it back in, which I'm having trouble putting it back in just because it's kind of awkward here with the camera in my way. But anyway, whoops, I think I just bent it. Oh no, I hope I did not. And this came from someone that sews gave me some of this. I don't know what this stuff is called, but it was on like a big cardboard thing. And so I cut a piece off and used that as a tab. This is a sticker, which I thought was really cool. Over here on this page, I did some stenciling. I like the way that looks. And you can see my stitching here. It is straight. It's straight. It may not look it here because the paper is, you know, torn, like not entirely straight. But anyway, I thought it turned out really cool. And so it's like this and this. I like this paper. It's got that type of thing on it. And The next one, I decided to put some of this paper from Hobby Lobby in, the corrugated cardboard type. I like that. It's kind of like a texture thing. Plus, you could glue something there if you want. And I put some tickets here that I got from Temu. I did have it sticking out a little further, but I ended up cutting it because it's kind of, I don't know, I thought it looked kind of odd, so I cut that. This page here, it has been coffee or tea dyed. I can't remember which for this. And I put this little stamp sticker here. I thought that's all it needed. And that's the way the back of it looks. The next page, I put some washi tape, kind of a old-timey like travel washi tape. And this has gotten, this was coffee dyed, but I also took some, what is that, distress spray, I believe it is, in gold, a gold type. And I kind of sprayed some on to give it a little, I don't know, little yellowy, shimmery kind of look to it. So that's what I did there. And I continued on the back with the same washi, and you can see more of it here. I like the effect it gave. It looks old and faded and stained, and it's great. And I wanted some vellum in, so I put this in. I like the other pages, I also inked it, as you can see. And I put two stickers in here that I got, I think, at the thrift store when I was on vacation down at Treasure Island. I think that's where those came from, but they were perfect. So I put those there, and just a little bit of sewing. Because you don't always have to go all the way around with the sewing. Sometimes it looks good, just have a little bit. So that's what I did here. And this paper, it has a nice feel to it. It feels almost like cloth. And I couldn't really think of anything I wanted to put on here, because anything I tried, it kind of clashed with the writing. So I just didn't want to do anything to it. So I left it like this. But it feels very much like cloth, and it tears weirdly too. But anyway. And on the back, I just put a strip of some kind of sticker border that I got when I was on vacation at the beach last summer. I found that in a thrift store. And on this page, I have this clipped to the top. As you can see on the back here, it looks like that. Got a paper clip, looks like this. And when you, well, the other side looks like that. And when you open it up, there's plenty of writing space in here. The paper looks like this. I got this paper from Amazon. Did a little sewing here. And just clip that back. And I will tell you something about sewing. For the ones that I sewed all the way around, I used the same stitch on every page that I did that. The ones that just had like a little bit of messy sewing or whatever, I used a variety of different types, a variety of stitches, excuse me. I also left the strings hanging. Some of them were pretty long, so I cut them, and most of them I left probably about this length, which is okay. More coffee or tea dyed paper. And this one I tried to make some marks with, some little black marks with, I can forget what. And just little, I don't know if you can see, some kind of little marks. I don't remember what I used. But anyway. And this page, I don't remember where this came from, but I attached this postcard type cardstock and put washi around it to frame it. And I had these picture frame like things. And so I thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool because I bought these stickers from Temu. And I was looking through them, and a lot of them were from the Scottish play. And so I thought, well, that's perfect. That's what I'm going to see. And so it'd be really cool to have some of the quotes from that in this book. And so I like this one, "The night is long that never finds the day." And that's one of the lines he will be speaking in that play. And so I just framed it behind this. I thought that was pretty cool. And on the other side, I cut that from a piece of decorated scrapbook paper. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. I like that quote. I put a little washi here, and I went around it because I wanted it to have like a little frame. So I went around it with a black Sharpie. And over here, I have a big, as you can see, yellowy envelope. I didn't like it being bare up there. It needed something, so I put like this airplane washi, and the pocket looks like this. Put a little washi on the edges because I felt like it needed something. And inside, I collaged a little book. So that's all different pieces from all different kinds of paper pads, etc. And I did the same on the back. So I tore them and glued them down and made like a master board. And then I cut this out, and I put a little bit of gold washi on it because I thought it needed something there and a little bit, more security. So I added that. And inside, it's just a little book to write in. It goes right here. But I love it. Collage is one of my favorite art forms. I absolutely love it. And I like the way this turned out. Love it, love it. And inside here, I have a little folder that I cut out. And I used my die cutting machine to cut this out because I love trees. And I kind of made them look kind of, vintagey, and colored them up a little bit. And I stuck them inside the little folder. And you can write in the little folder and stick it back inside here. This one doesn't tend to want to fall out, so I didn't clip it in. Some of the others want to jump out. And this is the other side. I've got a different type of pocket. Look at the old-timey car. And I use this paper to make a little journaling card. And I just stuck that in there because it's kind of cool looking and kind of, old looking. And he can write on the back if he wants. And I put these stickers on here. I believe both of those were stickers. I'm pretty sure that was a sticker. I'm not sure about that one. But anyway, I stuck them on there. I thought that looked cool. And over here, once again, I sewed the page. And did pretty good that time. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, it looks pretty good. I had these stickers that I got from Temu. And so I put the old-timey guy on here. And the old-timey woman, and this thing keeps sliding, sorry guys. Put those on there, and I put this little sticker, and it says something about infatuation on it, which I thought was kind of funny. Kind of like him, me, infatuation. I don't know. Anyway, and then I use this little bird clip, which I think is so cute. And the little envelope, put his name on it. And I used one of those Dollar Tree, what do you call these things? Seals. What do you call them? Letter seals. I don't know. Anyway, wax seals. Yeah. The fake wax seals. I put one on the back, and he can just pull that up, and there's a little private note inside, which I won't tell you guys what it says. It's just for his eyes only. And this is the center of the first signature. And I forgot to tell you guys, this journal has 3 signatures. And I like to not put anything on my center signature pages. And I love the old-timey typewriter on both sides. I didn't want to do anything to it. And I do like the look of tying the signatures in a bow here. But for mine so far, I have left my strings long. I like doing that more. And I just put beads on there. And they're like this. It's kind of got the colors from the front of the journal. And I wanted a little touch of a different color. Can you see that? It looks blurry to me. So I got those beads with a little bit of that color, the brownish and the blue. But I love these. Those are really cool beads. Okay, so that's the center of the first signature. And the next page, I left that blank intentionally. I have another one of the, well, actually that's the other part of that envelope. And this cluster here, it has some crazy sewing on it. Some paper, some cloth, and you see the butterfly and some bits and pieces of other papers. And I closed that one because I was afraid the goodies would fall out with just this little, whatever it's supposed to be, paper clip. And inside I put, what did I put? I put a little envelope, looks like that. And inside I put this card. I like that quote. The world of reality has its limits. The world of imagination is boundless. And actually, I see that needs to be trimmed because it's crooked. And that will drive me nuts. Okay. I got to fix that. I can't leave that like that. But anyway, I like that quote. I'm going to have to stick that there so I can come back and fix it. I won't be able to rest unless that's done. Yes, I'm kind of a perfectionist about things sometimes. Or crazy one. Okay. On the other side, I just put some movie acting type stickers that I ordered from Amazon. I don't like that they're white. I couldn't really color them. But, I mean, it's okay. That page is white anyway, so it's just got the inked edges. So, I mean, I think it looks okay, but it's got all things from movies. And so I thought that was cool, considering who it's going to. And on this page, I used some more of that stuff. Nope, excuse me. That's not from that. This is from a pack of borders that I ordered. And I think I got those from Temu. But I like that one, and so I cut it and put some at the top and bottom. And I like this, put that there. We all have our time machines. They are called memories. I like that. And I put a tab just because I like to have a few tabs throughout the journals. This one was actually not shaped this way, but then I decided that it was going to be in the way of the tie. And so I was sorry I put it on there, and I just cut it shorter, and I hope it doesn't prove to be a problem. But anyway, it's, as you can see, a piece of burlap. And on the back, I have this piece of plaid, which, you know, if it was vintage, it wouldn't be this bright, really. But I wanted to add a little bit of extra color somewhere, and I think his favorite color is blue. He wears a lot of blue. So anyway, looks good in blue. Well, he looks good in anything, but but this is for a secret place to write. And as you can see, it's got a little sticker of Charlie Chaplin underneath. And I think that's Charlie Chaplin. Or is that Harper, one of the Marx brothers? I don't know. One of those actors. He'll probably know. Anyway, you can write under that. And here we got more coffee, tea dyed, whatever. I made some little marks on it and sewed it. I think my sewing, one thing about my sewing throughout this journal is it improved the further I got through the book, which was amazing. I'm still not good at it, but it's better than it used to be. Okay. And on this page, I took, gosh, what I used for that? I can't even remember now. What did I use? I used something for this, and what I did was I stuck it down in the ink pad and kind of gave it a little jiggle until I picked some up, and then I just kind of stuck it on the paper and went down with these little marks just to have something on there different. And this page did just a little bit of sewing down here. And I had this strip of red cloth, and what I did with it was I folded it over and over and over and over all the way down and sewed it that way. And then I glued it to this paper just so it'd be sturdier and it would have something different to look at or feel. And when you turn it over, this page, I just put that key. I glued that on. I like the key. This page, I made this by using 2 different hole punches. We have one this size, and we have a couple other sizes as well. And I took different types of paper. I took one long strip of paper, and I put that down, and then I glued alternating big, small on top of that strip. And I really wanted to sew it, but I ended up not doing it. I just glued it to the edge of the page. I thought it made a pretty cool border. So that's why I did that. And the next page have more of that weird paper. It's almost like cloth. And like I said before, I couldn't think of anything really good that I want to go here except this. And this looks vintage, but this is not vintage tape. It's actually Scotch tape that I used alcohol ink on to make it this color. So it looks like just old tape that's been stuck in this book. Maybe taping up a tear, or maybe something was taped there at one point, or who knows how it got in this old book. But there it is. And I had so much fun making those things. And I will tell you, alcohol ink you should use outdoors because it's very strong and potent, and it will make you lightheaded. It's not good to breathe it in. I, however, did mine on the stove. And what you do is you take wax paper and you put down strips of, you can tear them small, big, whatever, strips of Scotch tape, and then you drop the alcohol inks on it. And to make it cover mine in various ways, I tilted the paper and blew on it and did all kinds of things to get it to do this. And over here I have a different kind of vellum than the other one. As you can see, this one has polka dots. I just sewed a little bit, and I put those kind of old-timey looking glasses on there. That's a sticker that I've had a long time. There was a whole sheet of different types of glasses, and I don't even remember where I got that. I've had it like forever. So I put that there. And on this page, it's the other side of, well, the other piece of that other one that I showed you, and it's got the coffee or tea dye, I'm not sure. And I put some of the distress spray on it to make it look like this, like something had spilled on it or whatever. And the next page, I really like this one a lot. I made this whole little thing here, and it has all these pockets. This one is a rectangle, and it has my favorite number in it, which is 3. And that's just a little journaling card that I made and stuck there. And in the second one, as you can see, it's diagonal. And I put this one there. And that one I didn't cut that way. I got that in something. So I just used that and kind of dirtied it up on that side. And so it goes there. And then I made another pocket going this way. And it has a card like that inside. And this one, the last pocket, that's not a pocket there, it ends, has this tag, which I think is pretty cool. And I was brave enough to sew around this one, but I mean, it wasn't really that fun. A little nerve-wracking to get it lined up correctly when you come to the next edge. So I didn't want to do that again. But anyway, I did do it there. And on this page, it's coffee or tea dyed. And all I did was, I like this, good times. And so I stuck this little banner on here. I don't remember where that came from. but I glued it down there. The next page, let's see, that is, what is that one? Where is that one from? Oh boy. Oh, that's from another film book that I got that had things from movies and stuff. And so that's a sticker. And you can see the pattern of the coffee tea dye. Some of these I did outside on the deck, and there was pine straw and stuff like that on it, and so it made funny little patterns on the paper. It's more obvious than some of the others that are coming up, and I'll point them out when I get there. And this page, I like that paper, and I just put this quote from A Midsummer Night's Dream. The course of true love never did run smooth, and that is absolutely true. I didn't frame this one because it's not from the Scottish play, but I just stuck it in there. And next page looks like that, and it's pretty thick. It ended up being really thick. I put just a little piece of Tim Holtz scrap. I forget what they're called. They may be just called scraps. I don't know. Put that there for some color. And I made this little cluster with bits and pieces and some washi tape and swashy. And that's from Tim Holtz, one of his sayings books. This is from sheet of stickers I got when I was on vacation. And that's some scrapbook paper. Yeah, 2 different scrapbook papers. Well, 3. So this cluster has a lot of different pieces to it. And you can see the dyeing and stuff, how it is on here. But anyway. Okay, next page, I put just a piece of that tape, a longer piece. I absolutely love that technique. I'm going to continue to use that. It is so fantastic. I learned how to do that from Sanuki on YouTube. And if you haven't watched her videos, she does a lot of cool stuff. And I had seen it before, but didn't learn how to do it at the time. So I went looking, and I followed her tutorial because I subscribed to her channel anyway, and I loved it. And this page is kind of a collage. It's a book page, and obviously I sewed it and glued it to this page in the book. And what I did was I took some pieces of scrap paper and of different thicknesses and different types, obviously, and glued them on the page like that. And the next page has some, I think these were all, I believe these were all stickers. And there's a piece of that tape. Stickers, I made kind of like a little cluster. And it's also a pocket. And so I made this tag. I got this from Dollar Tree. That's a book page from a vintage book I have. This paper that's like burlap, that was from Hobby Lobby. I think this is from Hobby Lobby. That is from... I'm not sure where that's from. And that, I think, is from Temu. So I made this tag, go in this big pocket. And over here, I made just a pocket with gluing one of these cards. And inside I have a variety of little tags. I like this paper with the numbers. And this. You can actually stick a picture here if you want to. Or you can write in here and write on the back or whatever. And there's this one. I like that paper. I think that's pretty cool. And there's this one. And all of them, as you can see, I didn't put white paper on. You know, if you have a black pen, you can still write on that. Or, you know, I don't know that he'll even use this thing. I hope he will, but, you know, he may not dig it. He may not be into journaling. I don't know. But anyway, I like it. And there's a piece of that texture type paper from Hobby Lobby. And I didn't put anything else on it, just the pocket with stuff in it. And on the back, it looks like that. And I like the way it sounds. Over here, you can see more coffee dyed paper, and I did a little bit more of a cup ring here, part of one anyway, and some here. There's a lot of writing space in this, a whole lot. There's some of that tape. I like this paper. I was poring over this, trying to decide what I wanted to do with this. I thought about maybe putting some stickers on it or a piece of white paper, but then I decided I wasn't going to do that. I did put another quote by Shakespeare on here. To thine own self be true. And this effect, I think came out really well. It was a coffee dyed, but I used a stencil, and I just held it down really tightly, hoping I'd pick up some of the circles. I think that's a Tim Holtz stencil, and it did. When I pulled it up, it looked like that, which I think is really cool. And, of course, I did some sewing, and if you've been paying attention, that's a different stitch from some of the others. And on this side, I put some of the tape. And over here, I had these strips that I got probably from Temu, and I stapled it with my Tim Holtz tiny stapler here so that I could use it to tuck things behind there. I really like the old-timey plane and the old-timey car, and I had this little 6 journaling card, so I just stuck all of those in there. And this is like the, obviously like that, where is it? The brown paper. They also have the blue at Hobby Lobby. And that just gave more color. I know that if it was vintage, it wouldn't be this bright as this blue, but it doesn't matter. I made it so I can do whatever I want with it. On this page, I made this pocket. I will tell you, I don't like the way I did this. I wish I had made like a bigger hole here. And I wish I had done it from this direction, but it's okay. I took this paper that I got from Temu in the little book, and I stuck it on this side. I don't even know where I got this little piece of cardboard. It's kind of, I think it's perforated. Yeah, it's perforated. And so I made like this little folder, booklet, whatever. I don't know. I just stuck it on there. I thought that was cool. And I thought this was really neat because it looks like it's from the old days. You're invited to a party Friday, May 14th, 9 p.m., the Grand Ballroom, New York City, New York. I thought that was really cool. So I put those in there. And this page. And over here for this paper, I did some avocado dyeing. And that's why it's got this kind of pinkish hue to it. Now, I don't know why it turns that color, but it does. So I thought that was cool. And see, I'm getting better at my sewing. Put that in there, and I do wish this tablecloth would quit moving on me. On the other side, I did a cool cluster. I put some cloth from Dollar Tree, this fake paper button. I don't know where that came from. I can't remember where I got these. I've had them for a while. And I got this little sticker from Temu. I just thought it was cute. And the old stamp came from my husband's stamp collection, which he had when he was little. And he's got a whole bunch of old stamps from all over the world. So he has given me access. And I put one there because it kind of went along with it. And this is some, just some thread that I got that I wanted to use for clusters. And over here, I made a different kind of pocket. I tried to put all kinds of pockets. I didn't want them all straight across. I didn't want them all like this, diagonal. I just didn't want them all the same. So I tried to make all of them something different and close to it. So behind this one, I had this Cabinet of Curiosities card. I like that little card. And this one's kind of thick. I like it. And this tag, and it's one of the only two that I sewed. I showed you the other one, and then I did this one. So that's what goes in here. And on my next page, I made a pocket, and I stuck these on. I think that was a sticker. This one, actually, I believe that was a sticker as well. And I thought these were perfect for here. And looks like that on the other side. And the other side of this is going to be the other part of the clock, and I just folded up the bottom half of the clock and then made the pocket, tore it and made the pocket. But for in here, I made like this odd little booklet, put more old-timey things on it, like the camera, the phone, and inside here is a card, a little journaling card. Looks like the Titanic, and that goes in here, if I can get it back in there. And what time is it? Oh my goodness, I got a lot to do. And in this one, the other half, it has one that has an old-timey train on it. And then you can flip both these open. And when you flip it open, it looks like that. You can write in here. That's washi tape that I've had for a while. And when you flip it over, it's like a little notepad. Just a little pad of plain papers. And I like that. So this goes in here. Oops. And I have that there. And I wanted to add just a little something there. So I took some old ribbon that I had gotten at, I think, Michael's a long, long time ago. And folded it and just made a little tab. Like that. More dyed paper. All of this is like tea dyed and all kinds of stuff like that. I used another one of these strips from Temu, and I didn't really want a lot in it. I just stuck this one little ticket. Keep this ticket. You may win a valuable prize. Here's what it says on the back. Oh gosh, I thought that was funny, so I stuck that right there. Oh gosh, I hope he reads that. And this type of paper, this vellum type stuff, I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's got like a sheen to it. But anyway, that little card cracked me up. And this side, I did this on the deck. You can see the outline of stuff on the deck, leaves and various things, and that's where I dropped even more on it and left it out in the sun a bit. And this side of it came out looking like this, which is pretty cool. Over here I used some musical paper, and this is a little tuck, The Perfect Gentleman. I thought that was cool. It's an old-timey guy, and he's a perfect gentleman. So I put this really cool card in there of the old, what is that, gramophone. I thought that was neat, and I really like that one. A little bit of shimmer on it and the musical notes. So that goes there as well. Flip that over. Looks like that. And I used, once again, a Tim Holtz stencil and put a little bit of stenciling on here just to make it look different. And I liked having a little bit of green in here. If you remember, I've had some brown, I've had some green, blue, and red. Over here, I have a pocket, and I just stapled this little journaling card here just for decoration. Inside, inside I have this little thing that I made. It's got a pocket going this way with a little cute journaling card in it. And the pocket that goes that way has this little card. And, well, I'll take them out. And then there's one that goes that way, and it has this card. So they're like diagonal. Cute little thingy. And then you can flip it open. And when you flip it open, you can see the train. And this pocket, and inside it, I put this card, which I really like how dark this looks. Stuck that in there. And if you turn it over, I made another pocket and a journaling card, which looks like this, made with a vintage book page. I just put some twine on it, and looks like that. Little bit of dyed paper. So that's basically like a little flippy thingy. Isn't that a good name for it, flippy thingy? Okay, and got another paper bag here. Well, actually, this is the first paper bag. That was an envelope the other day. Okay, so, for this paper bag, I put this on, I used this color ink and stamped a clear, cling stamp and put a mushroom there. And I did that color intentionally to add some color other than brown. Excuse me. And obviously put some of my tape. I have it taped shut with these glasses, which I think are so adorable. And inside, you can take out this little envelope, which has nothing written in it. It's just a little card, and I put that on it. Actually, it feels like it's got glue on it. Okay. So there's that inside. And also, this paper. There's string all over. My husband's been sewing here. This is actually writing paper that somebody gave me for Christmas, and I really like the mushrooms. Love mushrooms. So I put that in there. Nice little writing paper. And so that it doesn't fall out, I'm going to put this paper clip back. And when you flip it over, I made a little cluster here with some of that almost cloth paper, a piece of what do you call that? String, twine, whatever. A piece of scrapbooking paper, a ticket, and this that I have had like forever and ever from, I don't even know where this thing came from. It had all kinds of sayings on it. And so I cut this one out and I just did the edges like that and I stuck it on top of everything else. And this one I used, this is from a DigiKit. And I just stuck it on like it is. You can write in it, stick a picture there. And to make it look like it's being held in, I just put some of that cool tape on the edges. And on the back, I stamped 3 different mushrooms from a mushroom set that my husband bought me, which is really, really cool. This page, I just put some washi, find the good, find the good, find the good. I like that. And look at that sewing. Ooh, that's pretty. So nice. Anyway, you can tell that this was done, I'm pretty sure, on the deck. That's why it has a kind of all over kind of pattern there. Anyway, so I did that. And you can really see a lot more here. This was from the deck. This I also used some stencil on, just this portion, which you can obviously see. And this page, I didn't do anything to it. And this is the middle of our second signature. And I told you guys I don't like to do too much or any for those. But this, in this instance, I put a piece of my tape because I'm just loving it. And I made a little interactive feature. This turns And I thought it was cool. It's got a 13 on it. It's a little dial. And once again, I have the same type of beads on it. And when you flip it over, it looks like that. We had more of that paper. And I put this little paper here, this little paper that says T. It looks really old. Somebody sent me that in a swap. And I was thinking about taking a tea bag that you can buy and put your own tea in, and somehow fixing it up here with a card in it, but I decided that wasn't sturdy enough, so I ditched that plan, and I just left a little tea card, which I like. And on the next page, looks like this. And over here, I made a big pocket, takes up the whole page. And inside, I have just some paper that looks like that. But, I mean, there's room to put a whole lot of stuff in there. And over here, I stamped this apothecary, I guess you call it, bottle. I love that stamp. It looks really cool. And so I put that there. Over here's the other part of that paper bag. I put this part on first, obviously, because that's behind it. Well, I mean, I didn't put this part on first. I held it there, and I didn't like the way it looked and realized it needed something there. And so I cut some old scrap paper, and I put two little sections, one at the top and bottom. I glued the bag, the flap thing down, and I put this, I like this Dream, Imagine, Create. I used this little letter clip to close the bag. You can see that sticker on the back, that old-timey sticker. And inside it, I just have a little clock to write on, or whatever. And over here, I just put an old-timey pocket watch. I used some washi and put that old-timey, what I guess was some type of, I don't think that's a gramophone. Maybe it's a really early telephone. I don't know what that is. But I have a lot of postcards from movies, and since he's an actor, I thought that this was a cool one, A Streetcar Named Desire. That's a really cool movie. And I remember one time I was doing some extra work and stuff like that. But anyway, I was trying out to be an extra for various things, and I memorized one of her monologues because I thought I might use it, but I didn't. But anyway, I put that there. And this is really cool. We found this perfect leaf, absolutely perfect leaf, and from the fall. And so I took it and I put it in this laminating thing from Dollar Tree. And as you can see, it looks like that. And I thought that turned out really, really cool. So that goes in there. Flip it over, you got the green. And this musical paper here, wherever the start of it was. Anyway, it's called Our Director, which I thought was fitting. Because obviously actors have directors, and Rafe has worked as a director before. So that's why I used this piece to put in here. And you got the old-timey movie camera sticker that I stuck in. This was done on the deck. That's why it had such a weird look to the coffee or tea, whatever we were using. And there's more of that shimmery paper. And I stuck that sticker on there. I just wanted a little something. I thought it looked cool. And that made a really interesting pattern there. That's actually graph, like a type of graph paper that I used. Oh, that's weird. And on this, I put another quote. What does that one say? Measure for measure. I'll let you read it. if you can. Put that there. And I made this card. I put some of this that I got from the thrift store last summer on the sides. And I got these dictionary cards from Temu. So I took talent and I took perform and I took hero. And so it gives you the definition of each. And so like talent, I said equals Rafe and hero. Hero being his nephew, which you might have seen and stuff. He was actually in one of the Harry Potter movies, played Tom Riddle as a child, and he's done the after movies. And then perform, I put equals Rafe and hero, and then hero equals Yelmo. Uncle Rafe is still number one, though. I just got a chuckle about that. I hope you'll think that's funny. That was just a joke. And then here on this paper, it is the first part of the Scottish play. And I copied that, tore the edges, and stuck it in. Since that's the play he is doing currently. Although he's done lots of Shakespeare. Let's see if we can get this back in here without tearing the thing up. Okay. Next page looks like that. I had this paper, and I took a book page, sewed it, and I did a collage on it with various shapes and types of different papers. And this one I put some, I forget what this stuff is called. Some kind of paste, I think it is, in bronze that I rubbed on there. But I cut out little bits and pieces and stuck them all around. And there's part of a 4. And left some of the book page showing. So I thought that was cool. There's more avocado dyed paper. I really wish this would quit sliding on me. Gosh. And this paper, I used a piece of Tim Holtz's little cloth snippets or whatever they're called and stuck that there. I thought that was funny. Just a little something. And over here I made a pocket using one of the journaling cards. And inside I had this one, which I think is cool. That one. I love those with all the clocks and gears and stuff. And this one, the big one. And I stuck the old-timey globe sticker on the back. So those go in here. Oops. And there's more of that texture paper. On the back, you can see where I used a stencil and sprayed when I did this paper. This paper, I took one of my stamps with the leaf that I really like, and so I stamped it a few times. And on this side, I put a sticker with a butterfly. I thought that was cool, the stamp sticker. And this is the start of the third and final signature. Has this guy on the old-timey bicycle, which looks a little dangerous, but whatever. And anyway, when you open it up, you have this paper. I put a piece of the tape, and this time I stuck a ticket underneath. And, of course, it's a theater, Ritz Theater. And I thought that was cool. And over here you can see I got a little bit of that bronze stuff that I was talking about here. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of shimmers there a little. And anyway. This paper actually has a little bit of creasing so you can feel it. You know, feel the little bendy bits, which is kind of cool, I think. And just look at that sewing. Can you tell I've improved? This paper I got from Amazon, I think. Or did I get... No. Excuse me. I got this from Hobby Lobby out of town. And it's kind of like old parchment or linen. And I thought it was really cool. So I just left it like it was. I made a pocket here. If at first an idea isn't absurd, there is no hope for it. I really think that's funny. And inside, I put this journaling card, which is on photo paper. And oops, this card, I like the edges. And one of those number cards I made. Put that in there. Flip it over. You have this, and you can see it's got multicolors in it from where I dyed it and stuff. And in this one, I have an envelope that I kind of also did the edges and stuff and put some on it, some ink on it. But this was already on it, and I got this from Michael's, I believe. I'm not sure. It's either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And it came like this. And I left it empty. Can put something in there. I had this portion of a page. It was like a half, and I decided I didn't like that. I needed the other half to have more, and so this is like this, and I wanted something there, so I decided I'd attach this envelope. I kind of like the way it turned out. This paper, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the squares, and then I decided I wanted to just leave them like they were, because they all have cool things in them. Well, most of them do. And so I didn't want to mess that up. And I used a little bit of ruler washi here. I like that washi. Over here, I put some more movie stuff. Director's chair, old movie camera, film strip, word movie. And over here, I have a clapper, and it didn't have anything on it as far as movies, so I put one of my favorite movies that he did, and that's The English Patient. And that's one of the biggest movies he's done. He was nominated for an Oscar for that one, and should have gotten it, I might add, but he didn't. And there's a little film strip. And this effect I got by putting string on the paper outside, and then I sprayed it with the dye, the coffee or tea dye. And so I got that effect, which I thought was cool. And that's just from touching the deck and stuff when I sprayed it. This paper I got from Hobby Lobby. I like it because it looks like boards. I put this on it, the old-timey bicycle. I thought that was cool. Over here, I took this strip. This thing was a whole sticker. Actually, it's way longer. It's like a border. And I got this when I was on vacation. I ended up cutting it to fit this page because it was way longer than this. But I thought it was perfect. This looks like a crumpled paper bag to me. I like that. Over here, I just put a sticker from, I think, Temu. And this is actually, it looks and feels kind of like one of those little washi type stickers. I'm not sure if that's really what it is, but it kind of has the look and feel. And see that? I really like the way this is, this paper. It's cool. And I have this envelope. And is that an envelope? No, was that an envelope? I can't even remember. It looks like it was. Why did I cover it? I don't know. But anyway, that's a pocket. And apparently, I thought I put something in there. Why did I put something in there? Why did I not put anything in there? Anyway, there's a pocket. I thought I had something. I don't have anything in there. And I didn't want to stick anything on this. I love the picture. Over here, I made this pocket. I stuck that on there just because it needed a little something, and I like that. It has all of these things inside to write on, whatever. This journaling card that I made has this one from a DigiKit. There are a lot of DigiKit things in here. This, and see, that has like fake, but it's just drawing of tape on it. It was really cool. And then I had the fake vellum card with the C3 on it, and 3 being my favorite number. I just want to stick that in here. Okay. And when you flip this over, looks like that. That is the center of the final signature. It once again has the same beads and strings hanging down. Looks like that. I think that's cool. And this is the other part of that envelope that we previously passed. And I didn't want that to glue that here or glue it to the other page. So what I did was I had this bag that someone sent me that I really liked. And so I glued it to the back of that flap. And then I cut this paper to go here as a writing space. And then on the back, I took some Tim Holtz letters and spelled out his name. I wanted it kind of look like the ransom note kind of deal. And so I did that on top of the bag. And inside the bag, I have, this came from a, gosh, what are those called? Flow book that my husband bought me. And there are a lot of movie star things like this in one of them with the speech bubbles. And so I put this one from, I think this is from, it's either Roman Holiday or My Fair Lady. I don't remember now. But Audrey Hepburn. And anyway, I stuck that in there for obvious reasons, because he's an actor. And I thought that was cool. And I put some stenciling on that this time. There's another one with funky bicycles, but this with all that mess on it. I'd like to have one of those kind of, except it might be kind of dangerous for that. And this one I just put a little tab on it because I do like to occasionally have some little strips. I put this sticker from Dollar Tree on the back, and that one. This one I just put a piece of the tape that I made here. If you craft or junk journal and you haven't done this, you got to try it. It's wonderful. I love it. And over here, I made a pocket like this. I stuck this piece of paper down on it and the 312, because 3 is obviously, I said, my favorite number, and 12 used to be my favorite number when I was a kid. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I put this card in there and this envelope. And inside the envelope, I just put this little card here. So there are tons of places to write in this book. And over here, I put some kind of cap there so that when I sprayed it, there'd be a circle, a white circle. I don't remember. Maybe it was a drink cap. I can't remember now. And over here, I used string, and I very carefully put the string this way. Oh, you know what, guys? When I told you that was a string that I used on another page, that wasn't a string. That was pine straw that I laid out. This actually was the string that I laid in this pattern, and then I sprayed it, and it just happened to come out cool. Over here, I put this old-timey car. I like this paper because it looks like burlap, but it is paper. It doesn't feel like anything except paper. Got more coffee-dyed paper. Over here, I have a white envelope. I put this journaling card on the front for decoration. And this ribbon that I got a long time ago on the back at the edges, it just makes it sturdier so it doesn't tear. And inside I put these two steampunk people. They're tags, obviously. The guy and the girl. So that's him and that's me. How do you like our get-ups? Actually, I think we both look better than that, but whatever. I should write on the back, you, me. Just for a joke. Yes, I'm easily amused sometimes. Oh, gosh. And this page, I kind of wish I hadn't done this because it made bulk, but I do like it. It folds out. I wanted something that folded out, and so it folds out to this. which looks awesome. And then you just fold it back. And over here, I took some more leaf stamps and did this. I think that turned out pretty. And here, I used some of that wonderful tape. And I'm so sorry I used it all up. So now I'm going to have to make some more, but that's part of the process. I put the tape there, and I stuck a little card here underneath like it's holding it in. That's more that parchment linen type look paper. And some more coffee tea dyed. I think I might have used some other spray in here. I'm not sure. It looks like I might have. It's kind of dark. And on this page, I made a pocket, a different type of pocket. And I made I made a master board using all vintage book pages. And so they were different colors. Some were darker than others because they were older or in worse shape or whatever. And after I did that, I cut them into cards. And this is what I came up with. And I think they came out cool. Going in all kinds of directions, different color pages. And this one I took some book stamps and stamped various booky type things on it. But I think that came out really cool. And then you flip over, and that is the very back of this book. I did not want anything here. I like the way this looked. Once again, that's like, you know, in the front. Whoop! Front. I keep trying to show my address. Actually, it does not have my address, but anyway. Yeah, so there you go. And it amused me highly to put that little V end on the end of that. So I stamped that and stuck that there. And that is indeed the end. So there you go. And once again, it looks like that. Very, very fat journal. It's bursting at the seams. Leave me a note in the comments and let me know what you think of it. If you think it's cool. If you would give it to somebody, which I definitely am going to give it to him. But if you're interested in making them, if you have made them, if you're interested in making a gentleman's journal, any of that type of stuff, I'm really interested in seeing if you like it. And I kind of wanted to sew a bag to put it in so I could give it to him that way, but I actually bought a bag because I can't sew that well. I had some really cool cloth, though. It was like a map cloth, black and white. And I wanted to draw string on it, but I just didn't think I could do it. So I bought a white cloth bag to put it in. And so that's what it's going in. But anyway, that's the end of this video. It has been going on quite some time. Oh my gosh, this is a long one. So if you have gone to the end, how about putting a smiley face in the comments? A smiley face and a heart or something like that. Okay, well, I am out of here. I have got to go and actually do a little more packing. So I will talk to you guys later. Take care, and thanks for watching. Bye.